Hello my chums, hope you're all well. Hope you're getting some fishing done. Welcome back to our little channel. Today you find me on the banks of the River Tyne. It's a glorious Sunday morning, probably too bright for my liking, but it's very pleasant. We've got a, let's see where we are, we've got a west-southwest breeze coming across, so it's kind of on me back. And I've come down to the felling area. I'm fishing a little mark note to myself called what I call the bird traps, or the nesting stations. It's a little bit further along from the fog on the Tyne. Get you out the way a little bit, and in the past I've picked up some nice fish here. The target of today, of course, this time of year in the river is codling. That's what I'm aiming for. There's an abundance of whiting. If you haven't seen any of my previous videos, or anybody else's in the northeast or Humber, anywhere, there's whiting everywhere. Mass invasion. So they may be unavoidable, but then again, we could catch nothing. So I brought me 2 rods down. I've got the heavier rods because the tide's a little bit bigger, so I'm using heavier leads. Put the tied up for you there, ding, in the corner. Yeah, so we're using the 2 rods. I've got the Tip Tornado and the T800 usual with me multipliers on. Fishing single pennel rigs, not pulleys, just a single paternoster pennel. And as I think I already said, I've got lugworm today. I've got quite a lot of blow lug that I need to get rid of. I wasn't going to come out today because I was at a Halloween party last night. I'm a little bit hungover, just a little bit, not a lot, but I'm a little bit hungover, so I'm feeling a little bit worse for wear. But I'll probably be, I'll probably improve as this session goes on, especially if we get some fish here. But I'm going to continue setting up, and I'll talk you through stuff in a bit more detail, or we'll have a fish, one of the two. Just as I'm setting the other rod up, I'm going to show you the rig. So it's a paternoster pennel rig that I'm using, clipped down, just to protect the bait a little bit when it's flying through there, because I'm using blow lug and it tends to be quite soft. So this is the rig anyway. I hope you can see it from there. I'll try and clip it in. So the body. So I'm using a 6-ounce lead today because it is pulling quite a bit. The other one's in the tide nicely. So I've got a 6-ounce lead. I've got a little splashdown on there, going up the rig. All the components are Arno hooks apart from the splashdown, obviously. I've got the Arno hooks crimp, SRT spring, just to help it release, the beads, the crimps, and the steroid swivel. That's a 48 kilograms swivel on that one, and it's I think it's an 82 on the top, I can't remember, but Arno hooks components, absolutely fantastic, I swear by them. On the hook end, or the business bit, I have a 1.0 Viking, and behind that I have a 1.0, I think it's if I remember rightly, it's the mustard circle hook. I think I've got on there, it could be the Sakuma, I'm not sure, but it's basically a little hook at the top, well, a bigger hook at the top. That's the way I do mine. I hope you can see that okay. So it's a bigger hook at the top and the smaller one at the bottom. Really good for worm baits, any baits really, but worm especially, because I like to put a couple of worm up the line, and I'll wrap the pennel hook through like that. I hope you're seeing this, I'm sorry, it's wrap the pennel hook through like that and keeps it tight. The fish takes either end, you've got a good hook up ratio. And I often find that I hook a lot of the fish with the circle hook through the lip, and this one just hangs free. Sometimes you get 2 fish on as well, it happens. It's happened in some of the other videos. And I've got a little bit of rubber tubing just to stop it sliding too much. And that's basically it, it just clips up. If you're a seasoned angler, you know all about these rigs. Very simple, just clips in, if I can do it. I will get there. I'm struggling today, chums. Obviously I'm a little bit hazy from last night, but that's it, clipped in. There you go. So it's clipped in there. And the rig itself, I tied to 3 foot-ish, and the hook snoods are about 2 and a bit. That's the way I like them for here. I like to pin the bait down on the deck sometimes as well. You'll sometimes see us using a very short rig, which is only about that long. That's really good for the Tyne as well, pins it right down on the bottom. But we'll get this one baited up. So that's both rods out now. If you do fancy coming down to this mark, be careful. It's a little bit precarious. You've got a very narrow ledge and a chamfering bank coming down towards the river, as you can see on the camera. If you don't set your tripod up correctly, which I hope I have, if you get a good thumping, stonking bite, you've got a chance of the whole thing going in. That's the only problem. So I've kept it as low as I can, and I've got like 4 points of contact. Try and keep it spread out and weight it towards this way. We are getting bites already. Little nibbles, probably a little whiting. There's a little bit of crap on the surface of the water as well, because it is a 4.6 metre tide, which is borderline for me for the river. Anything more than that, you run into problems with tide and rubbish in the river, and you've got a very small window of opportunity for fishing. I find in my own personal experience anyway. But we're fishing 2 hours up, and we're going to fish 2 hours back, and then I'll be off. I don't think my body can take much more than that. Like I say, I really didn't feel up to coming out today, but I thought I've got the bait, hate waste, it's going to have to get used to. That's just the way it is. Hopefully we'll pick something up for our troubles, you know. Oh, chums, I feel rough, I can tell you. Getting bites on the left hand rod, small whiting bites. And I did have a few on this earlier, so I'm going to get this in and change the bait. Yeah. Hopefully we're not going to get crabbed off. Some weight on there. I'm going to predict we've got a whiting, chums, first cast. Could just be a crab, but I think it's a whiting. Yep. Oh, there's a big massive seal in the river as well. Unbelievable. Just as I'm bringing this in, there's a big seal just there. I'm going to try and get him on camera for you. He's just gone under. See if he comes back up. He's near my lines as well. He's a massive seal. What's the chances of that in my spotter? I come down for a relaxing Sunday and there's a seal that could probably eat everything that's within a mile radius. I don't want him on my line. If he catches the line, the whole lot's going in. But I have to be very careful here. He's disappeared. He's come up and took a few breaths and he's gone back. I tried to capture him for you, but I couldn't tell. See if he comes back. Hopefully not. Hopefully he'll naff off up to the quayside and have a few beers or something. Right. Anyway, we'll get this off. Sorry about your weight there, me little one. Let's pop that out for you. Just the usual suspects, nothing special. Not even a large whiting for the standards at the minute that's kicking about. There he is in the sun. He's got me a bit lugworm there. I'm going to give him that. I can't get close to you because I'm going to fall in. There you go. I saved you from a seal. I hope you go back all right. Yeah, he's gone. Oh, sealer. Well, hopefully Mr. Seal's gone. I haven't seen him come back up, but I mean, they stay down for yonks, don't they? What are the chances there, little bugger? Anyway, always like to ask. I hope everybody's well. Hope you're doing okay. Hope you're getting out and about. If it's not fishing, if it's something else more active. I do find out regularly, I'm quite surprised that a lot of people who watch the channel aren't even say anglers, or some of them aren't even anglers at all. They just watch because it's something to occupy their mind, and some of the scenery, some of the places when I'm obviously fishing up the coast and stuff, they like that, which is great. It's great to share the Northumberland coast. It's beautiful. I mean, we're very lucky to be, for us who live near it, you know. But also I'd like to thank everyone who's subscribed lately. Thank you very much. There's been a lot of new subs, and I just hope you're liking the content. I do the best I can. I don't expect a lot. I never do when I'm out whiting. It's not perfect conditions for codling fishing, but you just never know in the time. They turn up at the most unexpected times. There's a lot of anglers out today as well. There's at least 2 or 3 on Friars Goosehart Sea over there, which is one of the marks I was going to visit. That's one of the only drawbacks in making YouTube videos and on the marks. Obviously everyone wants to try them, which is what I want, but you struggle to get on them again, you know. That's fine. If they're catching fish, That's excellent. And there's another fellow on at the schooner on the corner there. So yeah, people are out doing a little bit a la pêche, having a bit of fun, you know. So off the blank, albeit it's a whiting. Let's just hope that Mr. Codling comes out to play. Well, it's cast 2, fish 2. And it's the usual suspects. I'm going to end up slipping in here today. It's the usual suspects. I've got him just on the bottom J hook there. I know you don't want to see these all day. Come on, pay attention to yourself. There you go. Just through the bottom hook, bottom lip. Not the biggest, but they're there. And this fish there, which is a good sign. And where there's small fish, there's often larger ones. Right, me chums, had a bit of a rethink on the rods. I put the tripod that way facing out. I didn't like it. When I was taking the tide's that strong, it's the rod's obviously sitting in the tip's sitting in the tide. When I was taking one rod off, the tripod was slipping, and I thought, just takes us to one moment and not concentrating, the whole lot's gone in. So I've put it that way. Still not the best. I've got it as high up as I can. I mean, it's perfect for watching the rod tips. You just never feel safe on here because of the bank. It's a very difficult place to cast as well. Hence, there'll be very little footage because I've got not much room behind me. And it's very, like I say, it's a bit precarious. So if you do come here, take care, be careful. But we've had fish. Fish on each rod first cast in. Not the target, but this time we've still got another hour. An hour and a bit before high tide, which is good. It tends not to fish fantastic on the drop here, in my experience anyway, but we'll give it a go. I just want a short session anyway. I want to get the bait piled on, try for a big fish, or a sizable fish, and get myself home. Sunday afternoon, chill. But it is a cracking day though. It's beautiful. Lovely breeze. I'm actually quite warm. I thought I brought me thicker top as well, thinking it might get a bit nippy, you know, but it's not. At the coast at the moment, there is a little bit of sea on. There's a residual swell on. A friend of mine, Mark, was at the coast last night and he had about 10 fish out. Unfortunately, he was struggling to get them sized. They're fresh run fish, but they're just not sized fish. And the lads who are fishing the rock ends regularly are hitting lucky now and again, getting a good sized fish, you know. That it's still early. We're just in November now. I think we're just getting bites there as I turned round. Yeah, little knocks. You can tell they're smaller whiting because the knocks are really small, you know. It's quite a bit of tide pull though. Try and organise my gear a little bit, but I can't turn you around, unfortunately, chums, because the sun's coming that way and I can't really turn you into the sun, so you're going to be stuck with this angle. And I'm going to get these in quite regular because if the whiting on getting to them, the crabs are stripping the bait off, so I'm going to keep my cast to 10 minutes maximum because I'm only using worm, soft bait obviously in there. The sandy McNabs love it. It's quite a bit of weed in the river at the minute, and I think I've crossed my lines as well. Oh, I'm going to end up picking this other rig up here if I haven't already. There's a lot of weed and a lot of bits of tree. I can't believe how many bits of tree. Is that a fish under there? Yeah, it is. I didn't actually see the bait on that, I will confess. I did not see the bait off that one. Another ting ting. Ugh. It's not looking good when there's that many of them in there. This is the reason. Sorry, I may be out of shot. I'm just going to move stuff. There's a lot of leaves coming down. This is the reason that I'm not fishing 2 hook flappers or 2 or 3 hook rigs, because you would literally be picking whiting up 2, 3 at a time. There's that many of them in the river. Very easy fish to catch. And I don't want to be... Actually, this is a prime example of what I was telling you. I'm just going to unclip this so I can show you properly. I don't want to be pulling in, trying to get back 2 fish at a time, because the survival rate on the whiting is not very good. Him saying that while he's holding this fish. But that's what I was telling you about. So if you see on the rig, there's the bottom hook there, and that's the circle hook. Got him just in the corner of the mouth. Saves a hell of a lot of fish. Just getting on hooks. The barb's quite tough on them. Very skinny fish, not the size I've been getting. They have been bigger, but beautiful all the same. Let's get him back. Gently as well. Off he goes. I've seen a few I mean, I don't like to badmouth anyone, but I've seen a few channels that I've watched lately, and the way that they put the fish back, it's not really, it can be avoided, you know. If you're returning the fish, try your best to get as close to the water and drop it. Don't just stand and fling the fish. It doesn't do the fish any good, and it doesn't do the angler any good either, especially if people are watching as well. But anyway, enough of that. So what I'll try and do, if I can get the camera moved around, I'm going to show you how I bait the lugworm up for those who are new. How I bait up on the pennel rig. Might be helpful, and I'm out of breath again. Right, my little chumdalums. I'll show you how I bait up with the lugworm for those who are new. I know that you seasoned people know how to do this, and it's not really of interest, but I'll show you. I've got a little bit spare on, so I'm going to leave that on. I'm going to bring you in a little bit closer if I can. There we go. Right, so we've got the pennel hook there. Obviously the bottom hook here. So what I do, I'll push that down because I'm going to keep that on to bulk it up a little bit. I've just dropped the worm. Give me 1 second. Right, the first thing I do with the blow lug, this is what I do. You don't have to do this, but the tail has nothing in it. So what I do is I nip that off, and you're left with a body like a little bullet there. You just take a hook. If you're not using a bait needle, you can use a bait needle, but I find them, I don't know, pointless, but they do have their use. I'm going to thread the worm up the hook, just one first. Try and do it without bursting him, but he normally bursts on the eye anyway. I'm just keeping my eye out because there's a sib coming up quite close, and I'm getting a bite on this rod. No, I'm not, it's because I'm holding it. Break the tail off. Repeat. Put it on. Thread it as neatly as you can. Try not to get it to burst if you can help it, but it doesn't really matter. Thread it over the eye. Don't know why he's come that close in. Then what I do is I'll push the circle hook down, make it quite compact and tight. I don't know why they come in that close. There's absolutely no need for it. God, I'm grumbly the day, aren't I? Getting like an old man. Well, I'm an old man. Right. So anyway, I'm getting distracted. So I could either leave it like that because I've got the rubber on. But what I do is wrap it around twice and then pull it tight. And that's what we end up with. I know it's not the best demonstration because it's hard with the sun and whatnot for us to turn it around, but that's it there. That's the bait encapsulated, just like that. And that's it. So let's get this out, see if we can catch something a bit more coddy. Today's snack of choice, my chums. Cheeky little packet of fruit pastels. Just to keep the sugar levels up, get the glucose up, you know. But don't forget, other pastely type sweetie confectionaries are available. Right, we'll get this other one in. Change the bait up. As I said earlier, I'm giving it about 10 minutes and then it's in. There's either a fish on or the crab's had it away with me bait. Might have another little one on here, unless it's weed. That's nodding a bit, that one. Scrapper. Thought it was a codling there for a minute. There we go. Another ting. That rod's going as well. Gone through the lip again. Very long fish. Still not fattened up. Still early days. I don't normally like doing that. Very long fish. Probably about 30. Oh, 31. Let's get him back while he's lively. Also, while I remember, a massive huge shout out to Anthony King for donating to the channel to help me get out fishing. It all comes in handy. I've never asked for it. It's not obligatory. I do have a buy me a snack of choice, so it's buy me a coffee, and whatever goes into there comes into bait, helps us get out. I'll get out anyway, but it's always nice to get some support off people. So huge thank you, Anthony. Thank you very much. I did try and email you back. I'm not sure if you got it or not, because I don't mean to be rude. I wasn't not responding, you know. But I did email you back, but I hope you got it. If not, I hope you hear this. I'm struggling with my chest today still. But it's a very bright day for codling. The water's dirty enough. It's dark enough down there for codling day or night. But preferably, when I'm fishing for codling, I prefer to fish low water. The first of the flood, last of the ebb, first of the flood. In my own personal experiences, I've had more success on the bottom tides than I have on the top tides. So there's a little tip for you if you're fishing the Tyne and you're new. Another tips. I'm just full of tips today, aren't I? I think the whiting are turning up in force now, both rods are going. Although the bite on the right hand rod was a bit more cod noddy. It was a nice little pull down, but my line hasn't gone slack, which is a general sign. If you're new, a lot of cod bites or codling bites that you'll get, they'll probably hit it, they'll pull it right down and your line will normally drop slack if they're hooked as they move off with your lead. This one's going the left hand side, I don't know if you're catching that from there. That's rattling away. It's probably hooked itself, that. But I think it's a whiting. If I trip and fall in, you're going to get a fun laugh, but please, hopefully I don't. Right, we'll get this one in. Normally I would, if you've watched the channel a lot, normally I would be using small rods here. I prefer me smaller, lighter rods, but the tide's too hefty. I've got some weight there. Yeah, the tide's too hefty for the 4 ounce leads. It'll just pull us down river, you know. Oh, it's kicking a bit, this one. Tell you what, they put up a bit of a scrap. If it's one fish, it might not be too bad, but it could be two, because they have a habit on the pennels. And the beauty of this mark is as well, you can take your time, don't have to race them in. Oh, lovely. We've got a codling and a whiting on the pennel. Give you a quick look here before I unhook them. There you go, codling and a whiting on the pennel hook. Just I thought, I seen the nod. I thought it was a coddy nod. Coddy noddy. He's sized 36 centimetres. I'll get that whiting off quickly. I'll give you a quick look because I want to get him back quickly. Alright, son, alright. Come here. There you go. Another one. It's quite strange to think, isn't it? That's sized. I wouldn't take that home, but yeah. Size codling. Target achieved. Let's get him back. Normally I would double pat when I know there's codling around because I like to have a bait out all of the time. And they're not big chucks because I can't. I'm casting about 50-60 yards and that's all I can do because of what's behind us here. Right, while the camera's running, we'll get this second one in. Let's see if we've hooked this one. Yeah, we've got weight, I think. Actually, no, I don't think we have. No, there he is. It's a white in this, I think. Starting to kick now. What we got? I think it's a white, and I'm going to say. Yeah, it is. Slightly better. Somebody asked us in a message about the whiting, why they don't go back so easily. It's because they've got very thin skin whiting, and they're very susceptible to like pressure change. Let's get them back. So they're not a hardy fish at all. That pressure change from bringing them up from the bottom, no matter how deep it is, affects them quite badly. So that's why sometimes they can't go back, because the swim bladder expands and they can't get back down. I'm so out of breath today. I do apologise. Top of the tide now, still getting bites. Plenty of fish there. As I said earlier, normally here I've found in my own experiences that on the drop it doesn't fish very well, so might have to make the most out of this last 30 minutes. That's been going for some time, that left hand side one. I'm going to get that in. Yeah, I've got some weight there. It's another whiting. Hooked through the bottom lip. It's been unusual that there's been no flounders. I mean, they will start to go out to spawn soon, but there hasn't been that many flounders caught by me anyway. But then again, I've changed my tactics at the minute, so I would expect to be catching whiting and codling and haddock and such, you know. If there is any rigs that you'd like to see, there is some rigs on the channel if you go and have a look. There's a 2-hook flapper rig on there. I think I'll put my pulley rig on. I can easily do the paternoster pennel as well if you really wanted this to. I don't mind. If I can help anybody, I will. It's in my nature. I'll always be helpful. It's only the people that take the mickey that I don't really get on with. I like straight people, I like nice people. And if you want me help, I can do that. It's not a problem at all. You're disturbing me peace, you bunch of buggers, yes. Head away where you go on, get out of it. Go on. I'll do that until they come back and go, where are you starting? I'll be up the bank. Yeah, I've got a strong feeling this could be a codling. Come on. We want a codling, we don't want a whiting. It's gone a bit lighter, like we don't want a whiting, we don't want a whiting. We don't want a whiting, but we've got one. Bit of crap on the, oh, I don't know what that is. Oh, looks like it's off a woman's lady parts. Oh, another thing. It's probably a shoal of them coming through, that's why the other rod was banging away as well. He's took both hooks, this one, mind. There you go, another thing. I don't need to show you them, do I? You've seen them all before. Put them back gently. And he's off. Whee. Another ting. It's a ting fest. Rattling again, my chums, rattling again. Tide's definitely turned. What we got? Anything? No, there's a ting there. There's a ting. Is it a ting? No, it's not. It's a little codling. It's a little codling. What a stunning little codling this is. Give you a quick look before I pop them back. Small but stunning. Look how pale he is. Isn't he beautiful? Lovely. Let's get him back. Come back when you're a bit bigger, son. I'm putting fairly big baits on as well. I mean, these lugworm are pristine. They're beautiful. Proper beach worm these are, to be honest, but I just haven't had the time. What we're going to parties and stuff, you know, with it being a socialite. Not really. But I did go dressed up as a cheeky little clown, which I may put a little clip in there for you. I may put a little picture on. I forgot what you call him now. It was the Terrifier. What's he? He's got a name as well, hasn't he? I can't remember his name though. Archie, something like that. I don't know. Yeah, I went as that. Couldn't keep my mask on for long, like, because it prevented us having beverages. So the mask came off, so I was just sitting there like a plank in a clown suit. Yeah, it was good fun though. My wife went as Eddie Munson. Is it Eddie Munson from Stranger Things? Have I got the name right? Or was Eddie Munson a serial killer? I don't know. She looked like both. Oh, still getting fish and bites, my chums. It is technically it should have only just turned, but it turned about half an hour ago. It's always strange. I mean, it does. The tide tables do predict from the river mouth, so there might be the difference of because we're about 11 mile upriver, something like that. I'm going to try and get through this lugworm as fast as I can. I have got quite a bit left. It's belting stuff like. Big blow lug it is. I've got quite a bit left, but if the guy's still fishing when I leave, I might see if he wants it, because I don't think I'll be out for much longer. Ting again, getting smaller. That's the smallest I've had in a long time. Let's get him back. Well, my chum's just had a little cheeky slack liner there. The tide's took the slack up again. A couple of good bumps. I've got a 7 ounce lead on this one. I'm still getting pulled right down the road. There's quite a lot of undertow there, which is what we want, obviously, for the codling though. Well, that's a decent whiting. That's what gives us a little bit slack line there. Quite a big fish, quite a long fish anyway, should I say. I know they're not big in weight. I've got him just through the lip again on that circle, which is fantastic. Let's just have a quick check of it. 34 centimetres that one. I'm going to get him straight back. Oh, beauty. Off to the depths. Lovely to see them go. Well, it's literally as soon as the baits are going in, they're on it. Whiting, I think, but they're thonking bites because with that tide, you know. They're both going. Literally the left-hand one, I've just put that out. Just let the slack pull around in the tide, bang, the water on it. Wish they were codling. I think there's a fish on both of them, to be quite honest with you. A lot of boat traffic again. But if there's anything substantial, I'll bring you back and let you have a look. Hopefully we'll get a little codling before the end. I'm going to get this one in because it's only just gone out, but it's banging away. And if there's a whiting sitting on it, I'm not going to get a codling, am I? Getting plagued now though. Poor codling's got no chance, even if there's any around. That's the smallest whiting in the world. I got a massive rattle off that as well. The sun's moved across, chums, so I can give you a little bit of a different dangle angle. Rattling away on the rods there. The right hand rod's been banging away. They're just whiting. I can't get through them. Just can't get through the whiting. It's not to say there's not codling there. I just can't get through them. Whiting, not getting to the baits too fast. And unfortunately, these things happen. Happens on the open coast. Happens on the beach. when there's packs of whiting or shoals of whiting, should I say, they're ferocious. They'll take everything and anything. That's why they're so easy to obtain, you know. But it's been a great day out. It's lovely. The sun's just starting to go down. Gets dark now in about what? Oh, hour and a half, 2 hours time. That winter's drawn in. It's still warm though. It's very warm today. Temperatures are up and down. But I've had fun. I'll have a few more casts. I'll probably bring you back, let you see what's going on a bit, and then we'll get packed up. Just cannot get through these whiting. Plenty sport, but is it a whiting? No, it's not. It's a little, there it is. I thought it was another codling. A little whiting, they're very pale. Cannot get through these. So if you really hate whiting, I apologise, me chums. But it's got right in his bum. Got a hook right in his bum hole. And one just through there. Lovely, well hooked, nice and safe, clean. Get him back straight away. Nice little gentle drop. And he's off. No need to fling him. I'm not going to try and compete in any shot putting events. Right, my lovely fishy people. That's going to be about it. I've been absolutely inundated. Just whiting. I've had so many whiting. Unbelievable. Can't get through them. So unfortunately, no more coddies apart from those two little ones. But it's been a cracking day. And if you've made it this far, thank you very much for watching. I do appreciate it. If you're new, please consider hitting the subscribe button. It's free, doesn't cost you anything, and means quite a lot. Keeps the channel going, ticking over nicely, which is what we want. Just a small little channel, little personal channel. That's what I'm aiming for. Just about relaxing, getting out and getting some fishing done. But thank you very much for watching as always. All the likes. If you've got any comments or any questions, drop them in the comment box and I'll reply to everybody. Until the next time, take care and tight lines.
Windows down, scattered clouds, smell of spring outside. Open road, you sitting close. Let's go somewhere far away. 'Cause if all I have is you, then I'll be just fine. I'll be just fine.